Okay. Welcome back to the simulated game of life. At this point, you've already watched the intro, and so you have a job, and you should have your job slip taped to the front. I am an electrical engineer. You should have your initial savings account recorded. You may have had some money taken out depending on what you've needed from your teacher or a peer. Students, feel free to charge your peers the same amounts if they need to borrow a pencil or some paper. We have consolidated our debt. I have not picked a bank yet, but I figured out what each of my payments would be, and now I need to create my budget and see which one of those debts will fall into my budget. And so I am not going to turn this page. I am going to stay on this page. This is my page of what I think is going to happen. At the top it says estimations. Don't leave this page. So you're not going to move forward, and you're not going to start looking at all these options yet. Stay here. And if you need to, you can grab your budget busters as a guide, because I'm not really sure what percent I may need to spend on things. So I'm just going to use the same projected percentages that are over here on my budget busters. So I'm going to fold this up and get all this other information out of my way. So now my annual salary. So I need to go back and I need to write down my annual salary. It's $61.90. My tax rate is 28%. My amount of taxes, I have not calculated that yet. So I need to calculate the amount of taxes. So this is exactly like your budget buster page. So I'm going to get my phone calculator. And to turn 28% into a decimal equivalent, so that I do any math, it's going to be 0.028. So 0.0. That's actually 2.8%. It's going to be 0.28. There we go. So 0.28 times 61,090. So I'm going to get taxed $17,000, or about $17,000. So annual salary, that's my gross. And then I need to figure out the net income. So I take my gross, which is what they pay me, and I subtract my taxes, and I get $43,984.80. So $43,984.80. So from there, I'm going to use the same categories in my projected as he did on his budget busting sheet. So housing was 30%, groceries they used 20%, transportation 15%, debt 15%, savings 10%, and church. No, they have church. So I'm just going to use this church amount for extras. I don't know if those will stay that way. I may have to adjust them, but I'm going to spend my year planning on this budget, and we're going to see what happens. And so I need to figure out what percent I get to spend, or what percent I get to figure out how much money I get to spend when I use this percent. So I have my net annual income. I need to get my weekly or my monthly income. So I have my net annual income. There's my net annual. I need to divide it by 12 to get my monthly. So each month I get $3,665.40. I'm using the budget that came from our Budget Busters sheet, so I refilled in those percentages because I'm not really sure. You've never really had to do this before. So 30% of my monthly income, so I'm going to take $3,665.40 times 30% is 0.3. So hopefully at this point you're getting a lot better at turning these percentages into decimals. So that means, and I need this to kind of add up, so it's got to be $1,099.62. So I want to keep it precise, because down here at the bottom I need to make sure that my percentages add up to 100% and that my money adds up to my monthly income. So get rid of that 0.3, and now I'm going to do 0.2 for groceries, which gives me $733.08. 0.15 for transportation, $549.81. That same number goes for debt. And then it's just 10% for savings. That's the goal, at least. And it's the same amount for my extra. So that's just my extra spending money on other things that do not fall under one of those other categories. And I want to make sure that all of those amounts add up to $3,665.40. Because I need to make sure I don't go over my budget. So I need to make sure I'm planning my budget precisely. So I'm taking all those numbers that I just calculated and adding them up. And I'm actually at $3,665.50. So I want to make sure I typed all these in right and I didn't mess up. Yeah, right here I messed up. There's a 91, it's supposed to be 81. So now I balance. So you want to make sure you're balanced. So you need to make sure your percents add up to 100 and your money values add up to be your net monthly income. The pie chart, I'm going to copy the pie chart because I just used the Budget Busters pie chart. So I'm going to copy this pie chart. So this is housing. And then groceries is 20%. Transportation is 15%. So as you get more experience, you may change these values. Debt is 15%. But this is just what I think is going to happen. Savings is 10% and extras are 10%. So now I have a pie chart created. So from there, I'm ready to answer these questions. So I'm not going to answer them for you. You're going to have to kind of look at what you did and answer them. And that's it for preparing my budget. From here, the next video is going to have you actually start kind of planning your life. You're going to have choices. You get to pick out a house, a phone plan, and you get to do all these other expenses, and you get to live a year of your life. So that will happen in the next video.